Good evening, good morning, good night, you lovely zooters. The one, the only Cappy D Bar, and we are here to get to a little bit of wrestling. All right, AEW's Dynamite for January 28th, 2026. I'm getting better, chat. How's everybody feeling? Hope everybody's feeling great. I'm behind on some errands and some other things, so we're going to make this one of the quicker reviews. Not a lot of Kenny Omega. Always a positive. Starting the show with that, great shit. Also, there, so we're not a viewership podcast, but they are capping off at a good 500,000. Not terrible statistics at all not terrible statistics at all to begin the 2026. Not terrible statistics at all to begin this 2026. There was a really funny spot to end this match with, geez, I always forget this guy's name. It's like Angelo Ramirez, or it's something very simple. And I hate to butcher it. I think it's like Angel. He's a part of the Don Callis family, so more Don Callis lore. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Not really. But, I'm getting the match from Kenny Omega, so, I will not look the gift horse in the mouth. All right, what are we going to... I will not be looking a gift horse in the mouth, okay? Really quick couple of things that we're going to be talking about, to speak of the devil. Don Callis, he has this really interesting way, right? Of just being everywhere at all times. He is in the FTR comms match, right? He's on the comms for the FTR and Jack Doyle match. He's on the comms for the FTR and Doyle and Davis match, which I think takes place somewhere after this match. Really quick after the... really somewhere after this match, but he's also in backstage segments, right? And then he'll find his way to be in multiple backstage segments, or even just his, if you want to say, the Don Callis Avengers. Them without him, they're always doing shit. Like, we have Don Callis adjacent niggas like Ricochet just torturing people. The Demand is just out there torturing people. And it's crazy. We're going to talk about Don Callis first, and then we'll get to that fucking Ricochet shit. But Don Callis, he has a way of sneaking in everything in, Okada and Takeshita, right? They're at odds, and Kyle Fletcher is unfortunately in the middle of it, right? We get an apology. Kyle Fletcher, he says all is forgiven. Unfortunately, he has to face with Takeshita, right? So there's a lot of rift going on in the Don Callis family right now. I don't know if I don't know if Andrade is in the Don Callis family, because I feel like he should also be somewhere in this Don Callis, championship, contendership. I don't know. I think it all plays into itself somewhere. But, we are getting rifts from there, so eventually we will be seeing Takeshita versus Okada for that international championship sometime soon. Keep my fingers crossed for that. Again, he is on the comms for this FTR and Davis match. I didn't hate this Davis match at all. I really didn't like the ending. The ending, left me with a really bad taste in my mouth. And, we did make that comment that, run-ins are bullshit. Just get the 1, 2, 3, make it clean. And, and Tony Khan, again, somebody's listening to this podcast. There is a 1, 2, 3. There's an on paper, there's a kind of clean finish to this match. But, it even goes back to even like Jack Doyle or like Jack something. Like, he tore his, is it Jake? Jake something, not Jack. Yeah. It even goes back. Yeah. Even going into Jake something, he tore his bicep. It's all bad. It's all bad. It was just unfortunate, honestly. But it was a very nicely wrestled match from Doyle, Davis, and FTR. FTR are great fucking wrestlers. I don't know how many times I have to say this, right? And it's not just me saying it, right? ESPN saying it, okay? Sports Insider saying it, all right? Self Awards is saying it, all right? Listen, a lot of cool shit from this. And I didn't hate the match, but that finish, man, really fucking pissed me off. I guess going into the Don Callis universe, we can kind of round this up with Ricochet and Jack Perry. All right, Jack Perry, he is without Luchasaurus, and I guess he's without anybody to stand on the front lines with him. Don't know why, but that's what's going on. He is getting roughed up by the Demand, right, led by Ricochet with Bishop Khan and Toleona, and they're putting the beats on this nigga. I ain't gonna lie, they're putting real paws on this nigga, and it gets bad. It gets bad. They put him through the catering table. Imagine you wanted a cookie, and imagine you wanted a cookie, you wanted a small bite to eat after watching this, pretty decent, pretty 7 out of 10 Dynamite, and they sit here and they just smash the cookie tray. What type of shit is that? What? My entire thing with this is, again, I really do feel like this should have been Anthony Bowens, and the idea that Max Caster could have saved Anthony Bowens, maybe with a big pop from Papa Gunn, possible Papa Gunn and Max Caster saving Anthony Bowens from the Demand. Why can't we get that? Why can't we get that? I want to keep saying it so it can happen, because I know you niggas are listening to this podcast. Oh man, but Jack Perry, he just keeps getting thrown around, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, Jack Perry, don't you make knives? You make knives. Jack Perry makes knives. Why does he keep getting his ass kicked? I don't really understand that. That's like really kind of confusing to me. But yeah, Jack Perry just keeps getting beat up, and like in my mind, I'm thinking, bro, can't you just make like a knife that has like the function of like a razor? And then like you would just be like kind of just blading like you would with maybe like a razor, you know? Like I don't know. Is that an impossible task? Whatever. But yeah, Jack Perry just keeps getting thrown around. He never uses the knives that he keeps making. He has like 10 knives on his person at any point in time, but he never uses them. Crazy fucking gimmick. But yeah, that's that. Again, a lot of things don't really happen. There is you know what? I'm looking through my notes. And I remember that not only is there a women's world title match, a phenomenal main event, but Thomas fucking Ciampa, he is signed with AEW. He is all elite. Can we just talk about this for 2 seconds, bro? Like 3 months ago, he was literally on SmackDown. Wasn't he like literally face to face with Ela Dragunov like 2 months ago? How the fuck did he get clearance to wrestle? How does he's on a card? I don't know what's going on, bro. This shit is like Andrade fucking 2.0, because Andrade, like, he had some match like 3 months before he left, and it was like, oh, here a nigga damn. It was like a here a nigga damn match. And I feel like they gave that to Tommaso Ciampa, and he just left. And now this nigga's going up against fucking Mark Briscoe, who had a phenomenal match with El Khan, by the way. El Khan is a demon sent from hell. El Khan literally no-sells a J Driller to the extent I've never seen anyone no-sell a fucking like straight on pile driver. Great shit from him. Great shit from him and Thekla. The kind of athleticism and the kind of flexibility that they add into their character takes it up a whole nother notch. Takes it up a whole nother fucking level. I love seeing Thekla. We're gonna talk about that world title match in a second, but El Khan does a great fucking job kind of playing the does a great job playing the heel and actually getting some really good offense off on Mark Briscoe. But eventually he does put this match away, and this leads to a crazy fucking presentation from Tommaso Ciampa. It's literally insane. The wrestling world is still talking about it. I'm literally still digesting it in real time in terms of contracts and like the contracts and the future of this character, right? The psycho killer. Oh god, he's about to like really start wrestling, bro. We might get Tommaso Ciampa and Kyle Fletcher in the next 2 months. I just had a heart attack. Oh my god. Also, we're gonna talk about this at the end of the match. We're also going to talk about this at the end of the video. And I guess we can just talk about this now, right? AJ Styles has also filed a sole copyright, like for the P1 and the Phenomenal one. AJ Styles, not New Japan Pro. AJ Styles, I don't know what the fuck is going on, guys. I don't know what's going on, but you know what I think? I really do think maybe, and I could be crazy, but is it possible that it is better to be apolitical than openly political? Because I mean, think about this. If WWE started supporting fucking Kamala Harris, right? Maybe there would have been the same amount of backlash, but who they been supporting is who they've been supporting. And look at the fucking roster just migrate over to the second brand. I'm astounded. Tony Khan and Papa Khan got money like that, so I'm not surprised at the fucking length that we will go to sign new acts. Listen, good wrestling needs good wrestlers, so I'm never gonna piss on that fire, but what the fuck is going? Tommaso Ciampa is all elite. Alan Jones might be all elite in like the next couple of weeks. I don't know what to do. Guys. All right, we're gonna talk about this Chris Statlander match. I think anybody who watches this match and tries to tell you that Chris Statlander is not a fighting, defending, and deserving world women champion, then I mean, honestly, they're just simply being disingenuous. There is nothing that she has not given from this Jamie Hayter match, from that Jamie Hayter match at World's End, all of the promos that we have gotten up to this, and this match with Thekla, which a lot of people favored Thekla to win. I mean, and even in that kind of the going back, right, on the sentiment of like titles changing hand, I think it really does define a championship reign when there are so many possible moments where you think their opponent has the upper hand, because that shows the kind of era that they are defending in right? For FTR to, for some sense of a matter, right? Probably with or without Mox, this is going to happen, but for them to go over, right, on Jack and Doyle. Jack and Doyle are like to go over on Doyle and Davis. Doyle and Davis are an amazing fucking tag team, right? For Chris Statlander to have a successful defense against Jamie Hayter, against somebody like Thekla with so much fucking sauce in that ring. Listen, I said it once and I'll say it again. Athleticism is like a fourth of the battle, all right? And Thekla has that shit down to a T. Promos are fucking phenomenal. I mean, her placements when the finishers are getting ready to get set up, like they're good, man. They're good, and there's nothing to take away from Thekla as a wrestler after this loss. I really do think that she won in this loss in a certain really weird kind of way. Chris Statlander like using babes with power bombs, like it's Willow's kind of signature move. It was cool, man. It was cool. Willow came out for the celebration. Also, it was very nice. I'm also very excited for Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne is slotted somewhere to go up against Chris Statlander. I'm excited for this. All right, these are good women's wrestlers, and I'm excited for them to get the shine that they fucking deserve. All right, and honestly, I can't remember if there are any other women's matches on the card, but I'll try to take a look. Maybe try to add them in post-op if I can. But I mean, yeah, this is a really good, great match. Great match from Thekla. Amazing match from Chris Statlander, and I'm looking forward to more title defenses. Maybe we might see Megan Bayne hold that strap. All right, from the Stat Daddy, and more recently than we anticipated. So looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. All right, our main event. Very, very fun main event. I definitely think it was deserving of a main event. I mean, I liked everything, even going into the possibility of Swerve putting this away and beating Idolo. A lot of people were against that. And, from the second that this match was announced, a lot of people knew that Andrade was going to go over. But the way that Swerve just moved in that fucking ring, man, it really does make you think that he could just do anything. He can do anything. He could frankly do whatever the fuck he fucking puts his mind to. It is a great, amazing showing of athleticism and chemistry between two wrestlers who I don't think have crossed a lot of paths in the past. So this is a very cool showing from both of them. I did not hate the finish. I definitely thought that the finish came at a abrupt-ish time. They do this thing where they kind of hit overtime. I didn't know like if it was gonna like hit overtime or not, so that's normally like my like little lead in if I want to like really like stay locked in for the main event. Like, okay, well, if it's gonna go to overtime, I can grab a drink or something like that. But sometimes they kind of like play with your emotions, for lack of a better word. This ended around about 10:01, I think like 10:02. Very cool showing from both these guys though, and I love the idea of Andrade progressively. I love the idea of Andrade rapidly progressing right in these ranks. With the contendership, he has a great face off with MJF that the crowd responds to lovely. Let this crowd show off with MJF, and the crowd has a lovely response to that. Kenny Omega, lovely response to that. He has a showdown of the eyes with Hangman Adam Page. Listen, even in Brody King in his beginning segment with MJF, there was a lot of good things about this show when MJF is champion. It is what it is, all right? He's better than you, and you know it, all right? This is a very cool Dynamite. Again, nothing to write home about, but when you get a Kenny match, when you get an Idolo match, when you get a Swerve match, when you get a Tommaso Ciampa pop, that's pretty big. I'm gonna bump this up to an 8.5 out of 10. It's a very good Dynamite all around. I am looking forward to Collision. You guys know I do have some other stuff going up. I have Secrets read the spoilers for One Piece, so that will be going up very shortly. All right, and I will not leave anything to be uncovered. All right, so with all of that said, all right, it's me, your boy Cappy. All right, I will have other things going up, so you guys stay tuned, stay safe, and stay beautiful. All right, peace.